we're back. We're back. It's been a minute.
It's been a month.
It's been a month. We missed you guys. Missed you guys. A lot has been happening. Been very busy.
Life happens. You got to take the time sometimes. You know, it wasn't a vacation.
No, it was definitely not
a vacation.
There was nothing.
It's a lot of work going on.
Yeah, there was nothing vacation about it.
No.
So we're good to be back. You know, back on the grind.
It's good to have you back.
It's good to have you. It's
Right?
good to see you. It's good to see you. We appreciate all you guys for just, sticking by, not, abandoning ship. So we're sorry that, we took some time off. But, as we've changed, we've been busy. Others have not changed. And I'm bringing this up to light. Our great president, Mr. Joe Biden, has not changed, unfortunately, since the month we've been off.
Anytime it's someone you don't like, it's the great. I love.
Yes,
I just love how
just like the great Fetterman.
Like,
oh man,
the day comes when if the great Tyler, if that ever comes out your mouth, I know I'm in the doghouse. Like I have fucked up.
I bring him up because because he fell recently during the Air Force
graduation.
Yeah, so
ceremony. I did see that.
I'm not. Whatever. Him falling, that's like a whatever.
That's that sandbag there.
That's nothing. That's nothing new. Him falling is
it's not really. It's not. I mean, you fall off a bike. He tripped up the stairs. He tripped over the sandbag.
Right.
He trips over his words.
Yeah. So I mean, trips over kids allegedly. We don't really know. Laptops. We don't know. But anyway. What was interesting is, and I don't know if you've seen the picture or anybody's seen it, but they took a still shot when he was on the floor. And his feet were like up in the air, and they took.
Were they like splicing like wrestling memes
into
it?
No, but they had a picture of his sole of his shoe.
Oh, the shoe.
And
it's like he has a sole?
No, but it was interesting because on his heel, it was like a thick rubberized, and it looks like a horseshoe.
Okay, like on the border of the, like basically on the border of the heel.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Isn't that like an orthopedic shoe?
Well, that would go on the inside. This was like on the outside.
What do I know?
So
Prescription Shoes. Good name for a band.
So, and then someone made the comparison that, you remember Michael Jackson's famous like lean, where like they would like all
the Thriller
lean forward, right? Yeah. So apparently they use that same shoe design, and what they would do is put nails on the stage, and then you would lock it in. So that way you could, lean forward or, do whatever.
I just learned something today.
That?
Yep.
It blew my mind.
It's a sham.
It blew my mind because
I thought he was just a freak being like, check this out.
Oh, see, hold on, I didn't believe that.
When he does the moonwalk and shit and all the dancing, I was like, damn, dude, this guy's talented.
No, I thought it was I thought they used like invisible strings or like the light, clear strings.
Or like camera tricks or something.
Yeah, something like that. But, I mean, but back then, that was kind of genius, actually, to be honest, that horseshoe trend. But apparently they didn't have any nails on
I was going to say, like, this made him fall over, potentially. I mean,
well, allegedly. We don't really know.
Or do you think it's something... Because there was a picture of DeSantis floating around, like, a week or two ago, of him wearing these shoes that had little lifts on them.
Little lifts?
Yeah, like that. So you think Biden was kind of doing the same thing? Like, get a little lift, try and look taller?
No, I think it's the same concept. Like, they were, he was supposed to, like... I think wherever he stands, I think, and I don't know, this is just my thinking cap on, that they have him, they lock in where he's at so he doesn't fall. That's,
I thought that's why he holds on to the podium.
That too.
Michael Rappaport was saying that that he should just get a walker. No shame in it, dude. Just go ahead. Just get the walker. You're going to fall. You're going to fall next week. You're going to fall at the end of this week, the end of the day.
Right.
Like, just get, like...
Yeah. Again, I was more invested in the shoes and that sole, and then the Michael Jackson thing blew my mind because I'm like, you put two and two together, and like, you know what, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, whatever. Just another day in the office.
I figured you'd enjoy that when I saw that happen. I'm like, I'm sure Will's just soaking it up.
I'm used to it. I'm just like,
it's nothing.
You're
numb to it now.
It's a clown show, and I'm like, you know what? This is what we deserve. This is what we deserve. Why am I going to get mad about it?
Come on, man.
Yeah, whatever. So, what's new with you? What's new in your life? What are you watching? What are you doing?
Just
How's
been
life?
good. Well, I mean, just been trying to maintain, basically. Not really overexerting myself. I did get a haircut this morning.
Okay.
Feel pretty good about that.
Looking good, looking sharp.
Something I did find interesting when I went in there was I make it a point every time I go to get my haircut that if I have to sit in the little waiting lobby area, that I don't pull out my phone.
Why?
Because everybody that is waiting it's just I don't know, it creeps me out. It's like the whole dystopian future, and I'm looking at it in real life around me of us all plugged into something. But what was interesting about it today was there were 3 other people and then me waiting.
Do they have like TVs that you could see?
Nope. There's radio playing. There are magazines that you can flip through, like fashion magazines, car magazines, and things like that. The 3 other people that were in there waiting with me in the lobby were all over 65, all buried in their phone.
Where is this at? Supercuts?
Great clips.
Great clips? Okay, nice.
And I did. I was looking at them. I'm just like, and they thought it was us, being like, "Well, you don't go anywhere without your." It's all of us now.
Oh, yeah.
They got us all now. Grandma, grandpa, they're in it.
Yeah. So
it's creepy.
Not really.
Nah, it's creepy. What if they're talking to AI, man?
Not really.
They're giving away secrets about their grandkids.
Think about the power that's all in this phone.
Yeah.
You can literally do everything in this phone.
It's more technology, they say, than the first shuttle to space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
I use it to play Angry Birds or whatever,
But just anything, news, entertainment, banking, you name it, you can fucking do it on it. And
it's true.
It's a shame because there's a lot less human interaction. There's less natural conversations because it's all through your phone.
Right.
But I mean, I can't say I'm not, it's not like, oh well, I'm not on my phone. Like, no, I mean,
no, I am too. But it's just
like if I'm in the
wait, like
if I'm in a lobby, like. Yeah, I don't, because I fucking hate people, so yeah, I'm going to be on my phone.
Oh, they're all on their phones.
Like,
So, I mean, I'm still being ignored in the same fashion, but now I'm just kind of looking at all of them.
What were you thinking? You were just going to start talking? Like,
no,
y'all form a circle
I
and just start
think it's
talking?
interesting, though, that we all just, when we get somewhere,
yeah.
Any kind of free time, and it's just, boom, right to this.
Have you ever been to a hood barbershop? Like a hood one?
No.
Oh, man, those are great. See,
I was going to say, I would have a good time in there because we're all bullshitting.
Oh, yeah. They'd have sports
ripping on each other.
Or there's always one designated TV. You play some video games. All the TVs are on, whether it's music, movies, whatever the fuck, and you're all just bullshitting. They got drinks. That like it's a good time. Yours just sounded like you were at like a fucking DMV or something.
Oh, it is. It's
waiting for your number to be
called. It's a hair cutting mill. Those places.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. That's what that's what I'm there for. I'm here to get in and get out. I don't want to be here any longer than I have to. I just want this done. Get this.
See, at the hood barbershop, you're hanging out for
a
couple
little
hours,
bit.
Yeah, because you're just like it's just a vibe. You're just like and especially if you're a white guy and you have the balls to fucking go in there, they respect that, and then you're just like
Wonder Bread?
Yeah, you're just like one of the boys. Like fuck, good old times. I've never been to a Great Clips. I went to a Fantastic Sam's one time, and they didn't know what an edge was. I'm like, yeah, I'm never coming back to this place again.
The corner.
They had no clue what a lineup, edge, anything like that was. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not. No. Again, corporate ruins everything. Oh. Just corporate.
A lot of those are still franchise. Well, they are under the corporate umbrella, but yeah. But yeah, other than that, just maintaining my usual routine. I weighed myself the other day, and I clocked in at 175.
Nice.
The heaviest I've ever been. Yes,
Bulking.
And I told my folks that too, because I saw them.
It's not fat, ladies and gentlemen. I'm
getting more dense. Even more so than up here now. So it's really weighing me down. But
you ever do or considering the fucking like protein shit to like bulk you up? Okay, I'm gonna take
it's just a lot of extra money for It's like the same concept of why I don't use the gym and I just work out at home. Like, I don't know. I don't want to pay somebody to fight gravity. I don't want to pay somebody to get nutrients that I'm going to get when I cook a steak.
Yeah.
Like, I do the cooking and all those nutrients and stuff, I'm taking it in anyway.
But it's extra stuff to help you get bulk. Like, I mean, you know, you're not going to get, I mean,
I'm not trying to get either.
Right.
You know, I just thought it was shocking to me because I was just like, whoa, like 170, like that's.
Yeah, because you're gaining
the
fucking
heaviest
muscle,
I've been.
bud.
But it's not like I'm like, let's get as big as possible. I'm just doing the same things and making sure that that the diet's fairly consistent anyway. But I got a problem with my right wrist. I got bitch wrist. It's just starting. I've been powering through anyway, but it's like right here on the pinky side, and I got to do this stretch, you know, both ways, 30 seconds each time.
You have bitch tendencies. Like, you know, listen, I try my best to man you up, but, you know, sometimes it's just like, I just throw my hands up in there and I'm just
Some people don't change. Joe Biden, me.
You're a delicate little flower.
I am. I'm a daisy.
But, you know, see, and I'm the opposite on that aspect of, like, I gotta pay for me to, like, do it. So, like, there's, like,
right, I get your mentality.
For me, it's like that's the mentality of, if I'm, like, that's why, you know, it's like I pay to go to the gym. So, because if I'm paying it, I'm going to get, I want my money's worth out of it. And then it's just like, that's why I could never, like, do the homeschool thing, because then I would just get either lazy or distracted. So if I'm paying for something and forcing myself to leave my home to go do the thing, you know what I mean?
That's not a bad way to look at it.
And then not only that, but if I'm traveling to go to said gym, I'm not there for 30 minutes. 40 minutes.
Oh, right.
I'm actually going to be there for a couple hours.
The buffet says all I can eat. You're damn right. I'm staying there.
Yeah, there's no. Well, there's no.
I'm getting my fill.
There's no limit or whatever.
Right.
So, like, you know, you're just there a little bit longer. You're not, you know. So,
but you're putting in the work to make it feel like you got something out of it. I understand that mentality too. That's a good motivator as well.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of the times, and especially with just some of the ways it's been kind of feeling this month, you know, whether it's emotionally drained, physically tired, the motivation's not there. But I've still been doing it. Like, it's just part of that's at least one positive thing that I would say is just kind of hardwired now. Like, I'll feel worse if I don't do it. And it's because I can be as motivated as the day is long. But if I'm not disciplined in putting that into practice, that's just like boasting about all the things that you want to do or are capable of doing, and you do none of it. Like, I know people like that. That drives me insane. It's this amazing project every other month, and I'm like, what do you have to show for it? Like, right. I don't even know. So, I mean, I'm at least grateful that I have the discipline to do that, because I'll tell you, some of those days I was just like,
I think that's what gets lost.
Not want to do this.
I think that's what doesn't get spoken about a lot is, you know, we all are seeking motivation, and you have all these motivational speakers and all this other shit. But I mean,
Jordan Peterson, make your beds and then you go into the world.
But discipline really separates you from others. Is you got to have that discipline that no matter what, you're gonna fucking do it every single day. Yeah, motivation is great, but I mean, how often do you go and seek motivation and you get it, but it's kind of like, yeah, you feel good for like that moment
it's
or
a mental jerk
clip,
off, yeah.
And then you're just like, and then you're scrolling for like 30 minutes. You're still looking at different motivational clips, and then you're just like, you still haven't gone anywhere or done anything. But I think discipline hasn't been.
That might be what those three old folks were looking at in the lobby, just motivational clips.
Could have been, or
motivational clips are great clips,
or seeing who's fucking who, what celebrities sucking dick, whatever.
Onlygrays.com.
Yeah, could be. I don't know.
Lemon Party. So what about you, man?
Just fucking working, dude, nonstop.
I feel that.
I'm in this weird. Well, not really weird, but I'm like becoming more and more like disconnected on like what's happening in the world because it's just like I'm just not like I'm kind of just trying to avoid it
It's
because
still coming to you because you caught Biden going down.
well, hold on. Like I microdose it.
Okay.
Like I only like
You get the snippets.
a couple pieces here and there because I'm just like you kind of need to know what's going on, but I'm not. I don't give a fuck anymore because it's just like you know we obviously as a country just don't give a fuck. We're just like whatever, and everything's a fucking fight. Everything is we blow. We just throw common sense out the window. So it's just like you know what, I can't control it. The only thing I can do is be me, and I'm just so focused on shit that I want to do and get things done. I'm just like that's just all distractions.
Now I'm getting motivated.
And it's just pointless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, you know what? Things are going to happen regardless. So it's just like, why am I going to put my life on pause or wait things out to see where things play? I'm just fucking doing it. I'm just putting my head down and just fucking doing it. Whatever happens, happens. But it's, again, I'm just in this mode of which I've always kind of been, but I had to like recapture it. I'm just in this outwork everyone, and just balls to the wall, just fucking going hard, and just not For instance, like some of the things that would prevent me is just like, oh well, I look at the our financial crisis, and I'm just like, well, maybe I shouldn't make moves right now. I should wait, till the economy comes back together, or whatever the
Got
fuck.
a few years.
But I'm just like now. It's just like you know what? Just something in me is just like I'm just gonna fucking do it now. I don't care. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear any excuses. I'm just like things are gonna happen regardless, and I'm just gonna fucking just go crazy. So I have goals. I'm just focused in my head, and I'm just like, I'm a man on a mission.
Right on, man.
I'm a man on a mission, because I think we get, a lot of us get caught in that news world 24/7. There's so many different personalities talking about politics, and
Yeah.
everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's a fucking political analyst and expert, and it's just like. To me, it's just the equivalent of eating junk food.
Yeah.
It's
I
just,
call it herd idiocy.
Yeah.
Like when the pandemic hit, we all became virologists and pathologists. All of a sudden, we all know
Health
what's
experts.
right. Instead of waiting and seeing what the hell happens, and
And
everybody's even sports. For instance, like I could be sitting there watching professionals play, and someone messes up, and I'm like, "Oh, you should have put your glove down, man. Come on, buddy.
Right.
Come on. That's little league stuff. But who the fuck am I right
Right.
now? Like all of a sudden I'm the coach.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I'm an ESPN analyst.
See, but that's the thing with social media. It gives everyone a voice.
Yeah.
So everyone has a voice, and opinions, and they're trying to capture that. Listen to me, I know the way, sort of thing. But I'm just like I'm kind of over it. It's just there's just so much nonsense with the Bud Lights, the Targets, the fucking debt ceiling bill. I'm just like you know what? I'm just like.
You want to talk about internet nonsense? Taylor Swift has been doing her Crush Everyone tour. I don't know what it's called. And somebody, yeah. Well, she did a show at Gillette Stadium, and apparently it downpoured. Now, I'll give her this. She went ahead and performed. She didn't sit there and cancel a show or, in the rain, did her thing. Good on you, girl. She gave people their money's worth.
The opposite of you. If it rains, you're like, hey,
pack it up.
Hey, listen, we can't do a show. We gotta,
And then it doesn't rain.
Yeah.
But somebody, I guess, and multiple people, but the first one that I came across they basically just collected it in a jar, the rainwater, and had labeled it and were selling it for $250, some upwards to $500. The rainwater that fell at Gillette Stadium during her concert. And look, man, Swifties they're a different breed. Like, worship the ground this woman walks on. And I'll say that, like, I'm not into Taylor Swift. But her music's not, like, bad sounding. Like, it is musically correct. I get that. But to me, it's not internationally mind-blowing. But she has this image of, like, almost like our generation's Madonna, the way she's selling out everything and the following that she has. It's unbelievable. It's almost like, remember on the phobia episode? It's like the opposite of this. The law of contagion we talked about. Like, I could look at a painting of a dog and go, oh, that's a pretty good painting. And be like, yeah, Hitler painted that. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I don't like that painting. It's like, well, this is a regular jar of rain. Okay. That fell at the Taylor Swift concert at Gillette Stadium. $250 right there, baby.
It's like the guy.
Boom!
It's like the guy who scooped up fucking sand where Tom Brady fucking sat his ass, for his retirement.
Well,
and everyone's fucking broke, struggling, don't have money. Well, apparently we have money to buy fucking alleged rainwater from Gillette.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no way you can prove it. Like, I could just.
I mean, I guess there would have to be some kind of vetting process, but who knows? I mean, I know somebody.
How is that worth anything? How is that worth anything?
To the Swifties, it could be. I know somebody that showed me a little vial that had a tiny cork in it, and I'm a huge Evil Dead fan, Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell, love it all. But it's dirt from where the cabin was in the original Evil Dead. And I'm looking at it, I'm sure it could be, but I'm like, I could go down to Clearwater Beach right now and scoop some sand and be like, yo, this is from Jaws. Check it out, man. $100. You want this? I wonder if I could do it. We're in the wrong game, man.
What's worse? The alleged rainwater in a jar.
Okay.
The farting in the jar. or the fucking what was that one lady who made fucking
Is it bath water?
No, the fucking candle that smells like fucking a vagina. I mean,
Eau de Pouze.
I mean, what are we doing?
I don't know.
What's crazier? The women that are fucking doing it, or well, I mean, we don't know who's doing
it, yeah.
But or the fucking people buying it.
Well, you know, with the farts in the jar,
I'll start farting in jars. I mean, what the fuck?
But you know what? If you're gonna do farting in jars,
I'll do some penis smelling candles. How about that? I mean,
light this junk.
What the fuck?
But like, what if you were to eat something different every time, and you could like have selected flavors of farts in jars? Because I noticed one time.
Yeah, they're called candles.
Yeah,
that's what they're called, candles. That's what it is. Yeah,
farts in jars are not candles.
It's the same concept. Yeah, it's the same shit. You're in the mood.
The candle's gonna
You're in the
burn
mood
for a
for
while.
some fucking Cinnabons. Okay, well listen, you're in luck. They
Yeah, but
have
that's
plenty of
shit
cinnamon.
and Cinnabon.
I mean, no, they're still shitting it because then when you blow it out, you get that burny smell. So
it smells like a birthday
Yeah, so
party.
you still get the shitness out of it. I'm just saying.
We're never gonna get you a candle. I'm just gonna fart on you.
This is why we're fucked as a country. We're buying fucking rainwater, farts in jars, and pussy candles. That's what we're buying.
Pussy candles. Another great name for a band.
You know what? Whatever. I can't. I
feel you, man.
The fucking stupidity. The fucking stupidity. We are in the wrong game.
Yeah,
we are.
I mean, this stuff hurts my head, and it's weird the last couple of weeks. Now, it hasn't happened this week, but I've been getting these, like, brain rushes almost, where it almost, like, I'll describe it as dizziness, but I'm not really, like, dizzy.
You're lethargic.
It does make me feel like I want to sit down, lay down, like I may pass out. I'm not sure, but it's strange because I can feel the onset when it's coming. Like, it feels like already mentally I'm disassociating, and then it's like a rush in the sinus and up here, and I'm smelling things.
Like an orgasm?
No, almost like a bad orgasm. Oh. It has, I guess the electrical effect of one, but it's not a positive feeling at all. It does make me feel like I want to be held, though. But I start to smell things that I know in my brain, like it's just projecting a smell in my brain. I know this smell is not around me. But you're pregnant. I can't pinpoint it.
You're having a baby. I knew it.
I knew
See, men can have babies. I fucking knew it. Yeah. See, Fuck you, science. You don't know shit.
And I remember speaking to my doctor about these random events, and she would say, well, she goes, it could be a number of things. Like, are you standing up too fast? I'm like, it's not that kind of. I know the difference between the dizzy and this kind of whatever dizzy it is. So I'm just trying to describe it as best that I can. And she goes, well, maybe your heart is having all of a sudden a fluctuation and starts pumping a little too fast and it's overloading you. So next time, maybe just see if your heart rate's elevated. If you can remember to do so. Next time it happened, I did. Calm as a Hindu cow. I'm like, all right, it's not that. And then the other
Does
thing
Hindu have cows? Do we know that?
Oh, they worship them.
Oh.
Sacred.
Oh, sorry.
That's why they're calm.
Oh.
The other thing she said was that I could potentially be dehydrated and that my body needs more fluid to be, pumping blood to the brain and things like that. Well, I drink like a gallon of water pretty much every day. So it's not that. And this had happened a couple of times in a matter of 2 weeks over the last month. And it's weird. It's almost like my phone knows. Wouldn't be surprised. And a YouTube short came across while I was scrolling, and it was an episode of Joe Rogan. I don't recall the guest, but they were talking about REM sleep and dreaming.
Yeah, I saw that guy.
Our favorite.
Yeah, some fucking white nerdy guy.
Yeah, and Rogan was basically asking about people that are habitual marijuana users. Like, are they not getting like that quality sleep cycle, like things like that? And he goes, we don't see it as. It's not as prevalent with the marijuana users, but with people that are consuming alcohol, sometimes it's not allowing the brain to hit that REM cycle. So
we're
even
back.
Though you slept,
so we're back to drinking. Here we go. See,
quitters never win.
You don't need a fucking. Here's the thing. All those fucking that trip to the doctors, getting fucking your temper, all that bullshit. You literally could have just told me this shit, and we could have just broke it down right here.
Could have
broke it down right here.
Well,
we're back on the bottle.
Basically, he said that because your brain's not getting that REM cycle while you're asleep, it's going to get it whether you like it or not. But my brain's raping me, basically, and just triggering itself while I'm awake into a REM cycle.
Oh, yeah, it's a good time.
I'm starting to think that that's what's happening.
It's a good time.
I'm not seeing shit yet, but like I said, things are in my brain, like being projected in my brain that I know aren't there, like whether it's memories, whether it's just images, smells, and I know they're not happening.
Here's the thing. You wanna fucking, like, dance around this bullshit. Listen, I don't give a fuck what, your doctor says or, these the Joe Rogans of the world, whatever. Here's the thing, and this deep down. Like we can fucking play games all day.
I like beer.
There's a difference on how you feel when you're drinking and when you're not drinking. Mm-hmm. There's a difference, okay? So let's not pretend like, I don't, all of a sudden now I can't. You're drinking a little too much. You're back on the fucking sauce because you're feeling good. You're paying shit off. Got your hair cut at Supercuts, so you're fucking celebrating. And, for someone who loves sleep, which we just talked about a couple episodes ago, you should be like, you know what? Maybe I should fucking cut back on the sauce and so I can get fucking sleep because I love to sleep. I mean, there you fucking go.
No. A lot of the broken sleep that I get throughout the week as well, that will also contribute to it. But
because
of the other job, And speaking of which, now I know the story.
Hold on, real quick, because I don't want to get lost. I have to go back to the Taylor Swift shit. Or
okay.
Should I save it for the end? I'm gonna save it for the end. Go, continue with what you're doing.
I'm excited.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to forget that. But
write it down. You want a pen?
No,
I don't need a pen.
I'll remember. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's all right.
With
Steel trap.
Okay, sorry.
Well, when we were, doing our side hustle, our overnight gig.
Yeah.
Now I know that something that had happened to you, this happened to me, and it scared the ever-loving shit out of me, and I totally understand why you had the reaction you did. When I was going to deliver, I was delivering to a condo area and dropping the packages at the front doors, and something rustled in the bush very abruptly and then took off like a rocket, scared the crap out of me. I almost jumped out of my own skin. It was a goddamn armadillo.
Yeah.
It's a fucking dillo. It was a dillo. What happened to you?
Did you want to take it home?
I kind of did.
You fucking freak.
Yeah. But I remember you had something similar happen to you with a little critter.
Yeah, I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it. I don't care. I was at a apartment complex doing deliveries late at night, 3 in the morning, and this little corner area of the apartment was dark, and there was bushes, whatever. So I'm walking by, and nowadays I carry, unless if I'm at work, I carry everywhere I go. I don't give a fuck. These people are fucking crazy nowadays. They're getting fucking robbed at gas stations out in the open. You're seeing fucking people doing TikToks, house invasions, because it's fucking trendy. I mean, people are fucking crazy. So I always carry. There's some areas where it's like it's fucking suspect at best. It is what it is. I recommend everyone fucking carry, but so yeah, pretty much a fucking big object came out of the bush and it was fucking big. So I quickly pulled it out and I was literally like a millisecond from pulling the trigger and it was a fucking raccoon.
That's what I'm saying, man.
But and it's that discipline of not being trigger happy and waiting to get that confirmation before just fucking going crazy.
See, I don't think I would have had that if I was in that position and I was carrying. I would be having an ashtray that was made out of a armadillo carapace.
Yeah,
basically. I'd take him home. Yeah, I'd clean him out. He's mine.
Look, I get it. It's not for everybody. I know it's like a stigma thing. I personally always vouch for people should at least have it at home, have something at home. Especially nowadays, you gotta fucking protect yourself. I mean.
Yeah, someone breaks in, I just pick up the cat and throw it at him.
Yeah, I mean,
you're on your own.
Listen, this is the world that we live in, and we despite of what people's opinions are and shit like that, guns aren't going away. People are always going to have them, good or bad, and you really just want to protect yourself for bad people. Responsible gun owners don't go around saying, "Man, I can't wait to use my shit today on somebody." It's not.
Not responsible ones.
Yeah, it's not responsible ones.
That's the key word. Like, I know people, some of you probably know people that like to shoot their mouth off, no pun intended, but like you said, responsible gun owners don't do that stuff.
Right.
You almost would not even know that they owned weapons.
Right. Because we're not going around fucking flossing.
You don't want people to know.
Right.
Because when you're showing your ass in public, basically.
It's equivalent to the people who have fucking, they take out their fucking mufflers and it's like loud, or they buy the fucking,
or they
buy the Hellcat Chargers or Challengers, whatever the fuck, and they think they're badass because they have the 800 or the fucking big ass lifted truck, It's no different. It's just one of the things where people want to show off, but. It's.
But I gotta show you. There is because some of the gun pages that I follow on social media, there was a new one that I found. It's called Locked and Loaded Miami. Now you will like this. I actually like this page big time because it's just a bunch of hot chicks shooting guns.
There's
like they'll show you the gun, and then the next thing is a reel, and it's really hot chick with the mufflers on.
Yeah.
The mufflers, the earmuffs,
the mufflers,
the muffs.
There's two things that are hot chicks with fucking guns, especially big guns.
I thought you were gonna say hot chicks with big dicks. I'm sorry.
Well, it is Pride Month, so we do see where your mind's at.
Woo!
I think someone's shopping at Target later this week.
Target on my back.
And then another is fucking hot chicks that can work on cars. I find that.
Okay, that's better because they get hot. Like oil on and they get dirty. No, I think that's even more hot. That's more hot than the gun.
That's really
because there's always that element of crazy involved. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. Like, it's cool that she's in it.
There's some chicks I follow on YouTube and they're fucking putting like turbochargers on their engines and they're doing like fully customized shit. I'm like, man, that's so fucking hot. And they're not bad looking either. And I'm like,
just installed a dildo as a shifter.
Oh my god, dude, I can just fuck Pornhub, dude. I'm watching that shit.
There you go.
All right, so real quick before we leave, I wanted to touch back on your piggyback to the Taylor Swift conversation.
The Swifties have entered the chat.
But listen, I respect her work ethic. Like, she fucking busts her ass, and
she can play music. She writes her own stuff.
She's been around forever. She's only like 26
Not a clue.
28. I'm gonna say around there.
She's in high school.
Don't quote me. She's still in high school. She's weird to me. Not
weird.
looks. There's like a.
I think she looks weird.
There's a weird corporate thing about her. I feel like a lot of it's forced. Like it's just.
I think the record companies like just keep her in a dungeon until she's ready. To
There's something weird about her. Here's
what Britney was trying to get away from.
Here's a true red flag. She's she's not bad looking. She's worth well over $200 million, and she can't keep a fucking man. It's just like Jennifer Aniston can't keep a fucking man.
Left at the altar again, Jen?
Well, Taylor Swift haven't even hit the fucking altar.
There's a common denominator there.
So that to me, there's a flag
and
right
again,
there.
If I'm worth that much money, and I don't know, that
every man is beneath you at that point.
Kind of. A lot of people would. I mean, and who knows?
So there
might be high-powered guys that feel the same way. I know it doesn't always happen, but
it's not the same. It's not the same for guys.
All right.
It's not the same for guys. But there's just a weird corporate thing about her, and I'm not into her music and stuff. But like you said, she has a lot. Her music isn't bad, but
it's not amazing.
But think
though.
about this. Every year they release like a Billboard Top 10.
Yeah.
There's at least half, maybe 3/4 of it is filled with Taylor Swift songs every fucking year.
Yeah.
Not only that, anytime.
She's like Pink Floyd on Billboard.
And then anytime if you listen to the radio, if anyone still listens to the radio, you're always going to hear a Taylor Swift song on any station.
Next up on 98 Rock.
Yeah. T Swift.
Listen to this sick beat.
But again, and it's just like it's just weird. It's just I don't know. Again, I'm not like
I'm gonna have
saying
to look
she
at
sucks.
it then a little bit deeper. If there's something that you are getting, if you're getting that kind of vibe, from
that's a vibe.
Is there another artist that you feel kind of gives off that kind of vibe?
Ooh, is there another one right now?
Whether it's pop or
I don't
country, maybe.
I don't know. See, I don't know country that much. But maybe Ed Sheeran. I mean, a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, it's
he looks like a fucking gremlin, dude. He looks like my garden.
No, he looks like
and then
fucking.
he opens his mouth and this just angelic voice comes out.
No, he looks like Ron from fucking Harry Potter.
Yeah, well,
that's who he looks like. I'm like, oh, is that what you're doing now? Like,
but it's all talent. You know what I mean? Like that. I feel like, and once again,
part of it's talent.
I don't think his music is all that great. Like for me. But he is an amazing singer. I'll give him that. And it's kind of takes me back to like the feeling of old times where like you didn't have to be attractive to be in the music industry.
No, look
nowadays you kind of do.
No, look at Jelly Roll. He's fucking big and he's
big
in the country world right now, and he used to rap. And now he fucking migrated to country. I mean, he's not a fucking role model. I mean, he could be a role model, but he's not
a Jelly Roll model.
I mean, he's not a fucking, and then look how fucking popular Lizzo is. Like, you don't have to be, again, it's just what you produce. I mean, look at, but it's, and then another thing that's weird is how much music she puts out. And then it's like, is it
Swift?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it really her putting it out? Like, or is she just she just gets pads and, just singing whatever someone else
she
is
writes her own stuff.
That many songs?
A lot of it is.
Where's the time? Where's the time?
When you're in the dungeon, you got all the time you need.
Again, I don't know. Again, there's something.
Blink twice if you need help.
The math doesn't add up.
Give me one of those, and we'll come get you. We will come.
I don't even think
get you.
I mean, and Britney Spears was like that in the beginning. I think could have been.
Well, she was everywhere.
Yeah,
she was everywhere.
Yeah, so I don't know. Look, I'm not hating on T Swift. Like, you're making your fucking money, you're doing you, but there's just something a little off about her. And I just get the fucking big corporate. We're just dangling this because there's always money into it.
Yeah, that's the music industry. Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like that's all of them to a certain degree. Like, are there those that have broken that and do their own shit? Sure.
Yeah.
But
Kanye's like the biggest one to do that. But
look what that can do to a person.
Yeah. So all right. Well,
Well, it's good to be back. It's good to have you back.
Yeah, I always come.
Oh,
I always come back.
I know. You're like a boomerang.
I always come back. I had to just lock myself, in the dungeon and just fucking work on myself. So now I'm coming out as the next T Swift.
The Taylor Swift method.
So the T Swift method.
Another good name for a band.
So we're back. Catch y'all on the next one.